Whatever muse that inspires President Trump to bring his tiny fingers to the Twitter keyboard was particularly active this morning. Given the deliberately fallacious contents of his multiple tweets today, that muse was probably a member of the Transformers villains, the Decepticons. With the number of tweets that Trump excretes directly proportional to the amount of heat he's feeling from the Mueller investigation, the temperature level must be getting particularly hellish today. While his early morning tweets were focused on immigration and the fake news media, his attention turned back to his favorite guiltily paranoid fever dream of the Russia investigation in the early afternoon. It's certainly a bizarre spectacle when a president is asking the FBI why they didn't tell him he was under investigation for colluding with Russia, but what makes it even more bizarre is the fact that they actually did tell him. One could point out the obvious lies and deliberate misinformation that Trump is promulgating for the 1000th time, but with the president so desperately flailing away as the truth closes in on him from multiple directions, perhaps it would be more useful to point out the recent revelations that are forcing Trump to try to fight his way out of the corner. There was yesterday's scoop about Spanish police having delivered wiretapped conversations between a sanctioned Russian oligarch and a convicted money launderer that had a senior Spanish prosecutor saying that Mr. Trump's son should be concerned. There are the 1,500 immigrant children who, thanks to Trump's immigration enforcement policies, have been snatched from their families at the border and promptly lost track of by immigration authorities, possibly landing in the hands of human traffickers and sex offenders. There's the much vaunted meeting between Congress members and the Justice Department to present the evidence that supposedly verifies the very accusations that Trump's making in the tweets above that we know was a complete bust from the lack of valedictory press releases from the rabidly pro-Trump Republican Congress members who attended. There's the news that Trump's personal attorney, Michael Cohen, met with another Russian oligarch at Trump Tower just 11 days before his inauguration. Then, of course, the sight of former film mogul and accused rapist Harvey Weinstein being led away in handcuffs must have triggered an unpleasant foreshadowing of the possible fate that Trump himself may face for the numerous allegations of sexual assault that multiple women have lodged against him. We could go on, but all of the above, plus the dream of a Nobel Peace Prize dissolving before his very eyes, is sufficient explanation for Trump's pathetic attempts to place the blame for his criminal behavior everywhere but where it clearly belongs, squarely in his ample lap. You know what you have to do, the only effective thing you can do: vote in the midterm elections in November and elect a Democratic-controlled Congress that will hold Trump accountable for his multiple atrocities.